Hi, everyone. My name is Mari Mendoza. Welcome to Cosmic Wisdom Sacred Earth. Today, this call is all about the heart of the matter. And today, this is an interesting time because so much is going on, as you know. If you are a first time joining this, uh, I invite you to just relax and just allow yourself to receive everything because this is a multidimensional exploration of the heart. So I was meditating on this the other day and just came into the moment of what shall I call this particular broadcast, and the heart of the matter came forward. And so as I was sitting with that, more is revealed, of course, always. And so today, this is really about, in this month of April, the full moon coming forward is a full heart moon. And so we explore what that actually means. If you're first time here, I am an energy healer, a shamanic practitioner. I am a sound healer, quantum healer, artist. I work on many different levels. I work and weave all of the teaching that I've been receiving over the last 30 years together. Um, to be able to hold the energy that is happening now, I think this was all a preparation for this moment. And, Cosmic Wisdom Sacred Earth, I created a deck of quantum healing cards around that because it's very much around the practice of connecting to the earth and the shamanic traditions, but also moving up into the cosmos, and how we anchor that, how we navigate this world and are able to be present in our body, be able to move through whatever energies are coming in, because we are having tremendous upgrades every month, and continually the sun is pulsing out solar flare activity. And always when that happens, it interrupts the whole electromagnetic field of the earth and your electromagnetic field. So many of you have been with me in ceremony or in classes, and some of you are new. So when you tune in, deep inside what is right for you. If you are in fear, then your inner guidance will be shut down. If you are open and loving and able to navigate this realm right now without any kind of judgment or fear or anger, congratulations. This is really is a challenging time because this energy that's coming in, it's a huge transformational time. We are in a time like no other. And the shamans and medicine teachers and people who are carrying light and light workers, and there's so many different names for gurus, many who are on this planet right now, either consciously know and are holding presence, or are holding that from a different space, not really sure what's going on. And so today, this is really all about that. This painting behind me, this is one of my paintings. It's called The Lotus of Divine Presence. And this energy is all about the heart. We are moving from our preoccupation and attachment to the density world, to the 3D, the physical world. We're literally ascending, and many of you have heard that, some not. It's been talked about for eons of time. And I know the first time that I heard it, I was in Lake Titicaca, actually, and they were talking about, in the island of the sun and the island of the moon, they were talking about the shamans that when they are completely in their light body and they are ready, they leave in their light body. And so, we hear about ascension, and it's been practiced all over the world for eons of time. And now it's coming out that um, there's so much more going on here than we really even know. And so to just relax into allowing yourself to tune in inside into your own deep knowing and listen. These words may find you, or you might remember them somewhere down the line and go, oh, now I get it. Because that's what happens. We show up for something and we get information, or we're connected to people, and they might trigger a knowing, or you might be traveling to sacred sites, or going to a ceremony. You don't know why you did that, signing up for a class, and then you take that in and you participate, and then it slowly weaves its way inside. And at some point, those aha moments happen. Right now, we have a lot of aha moments, and the veils are being thinned. All of the veils, the part that has been covering up your inner truth, the part of us that came here and decided to shut down and have a veil placed over our connection, and so that we could navigate this space and remember and return back to knowing that we are infinite beings. We are opening up to our multidimensional self. We are infinite beings. You are much, much vaster than this realm, this plane. But you are here, and there's a reason why you're here: to be of service, to be love, to hold and maybe master the energy that you're experiencing, to heal lifetimes and eons of stuff, of shadow, of trauma. So the whole entire world is going through that right now. And to be able to be present with it is really important. So cosmic wisdom sacred earth is really about connecting from and staying in alignment with your full alignment with source energy at all times, and then to be able to honor your body, to honor that as you are navigating. Sometimes we get challenges, sometimes we are um, baffled at what's going on, the energy's coming in. Sometimes we just have to lay down. Other times we're very empowered and on it. And so to be in presence is really, really, really key. And to have an open heart. How do you serve? How do you love? How do you show up every day? That is really the practice. That's actually the homework. If you're able to really be in divine presence in your own soul connection, if you're able to hold your energy field, take care of your body, navigate the world, drive a car, some of these things are challenging when energy is bombarding the planet, or when you're undergoing a deep transformation. And so as you're releasing the old, uncertainty comes up, because this is a massive time of transformation. It is a culmination of many cycles. We are really in an up level to the point where we have never actually done this before. So in our bodies, like the shamans, they go into their light body and they leave. And um, we are here to bring this energy from the cosmos into our light body, to bring that in and really hold it in divine presence. And a few years ago, right around the 8/8 Lionsgate 2020, I painted this image. It had been sitting with me for quite a while. I had seen it in many, many, many meditations. And so, but at that time, I was doing multidimensional work where I was balancing with the shamanic and the self ascension, quantum healing, the evasive healing, and Tantra, the Sri Vidya Tantra coming out of India, the energy of the Divine Mother. So I was weaving all of these energies together and chanting and being in mudra and sound and getting visuals and images in my after my meditation that I draw. And that's what the Sacred Earth, Cosmic Wisdom Sacred Earth healing deck, the quantum deck, emerged from, is all of those transmissions that I received during some of these meditations and profound um, initiations and transformational experiences. So the heart chakra. So today this is about the heart chakra. This is about the heart of the matter. This is about the heart. And I have to share a story with you here because this, life is all around us and life is happening and life is an initiation. And generally, usually, what comes forward is something for you to really pay attention to because everything happening around you is for you. It is for you so that you can heal, so that you can notice, to be able to be in the witness in your divine presence and step away and hold the space of infinite love while things are happening on the planet. So the other day, I was preparing. I had a self-care day, and I was preparing to go and have a network chiropractic. Um, this woman who does that is also a high tantra teacher and yogini. And so as I was preparing, I'm driving. I get in my car, I'm driving, and I'm a few blocks away from her house, and I'm at the stop sign, and the road goes up a little bit of a hill. And as I crossed over, I'm driving up the hill. Down the hill comes a little boy on a scooter. And this little boy probably was 10 years old. He's just having the time of his life. And then it happened so fast. Behind him came a big white pit bull. And this animal was barking, and it came like out of nowhere. And it was barking and moving faster and faster in a very threatening way. And just the thought of it gives me chills because it happened in such a split moment that it was almost shocking. But I watched it almost in slow motion. But as this little boy was coming down the hill, he realized that he was being chased by this animal who was viciously following him and coming closer and closer. And it startled him, and he skidded and he went flying, and he went flying on the street in the front of cars, in front of everything. And the dog was practically on him. And in a split moment, I stopped the car and jumped out, and I ran to him, and the dog ran away. I think the dog was startled by all of it, but this little boy went bouncing on the pavement, head first, face. um, it was clearly a very, very traumatic moment. And so my response was just automatic. My response, I was holding him. Are you okay? He's crying. No, I'm not okay. So I stayed with him, holding him. Cars were coming around us, people were gathering. Um, he was very frightened, of course, and he was okay. His brother came after and said, "What happened?" And I was holding him and trying to move him, but he wouldn't move. And so people were saying, "Should we call 911?" And a gentleman came who must have known him and said, I will take him. I think he's okay. I asked him if he could move. He could move. So they picked him up and they got him off of this street. And when I got back in my car, of course, I that was such a stunning moment that I proceeded to go on to my session. And when I entered to my session, I told my friend Lexi about it, what had happened, and she said, Well, for you to be able to respond like that, that's the way we need to respond on the planet to something that's happening. You respond out of sheer just service to what is happening in the world. But as she did the treatment on me, she said, what we need is to release the trauma and the shock out of your heart and out of your nervous system, because that energy you don't want to keep, because then your whole entire heart chakra is shut down and you're collapsed. So in a defense mode, you went to protect and it was spontaneous and automatic. And yet when you're holding that, you don't want to hold that in your heart chakra. You don't want to hold that in your nervous system. So that was a powerful awareness in that moment to really just tune into what is happening on the planet. And I know for my own clients, many that I've seen over the last few years have literally shut down their heart chakra, shut down in order to survive. Okay. So, in order to deal, in order to be able to go about life. But that is not a healthy, abundant way to be in the world right at this moment. So if you are in fear and if you're shut down, and there's so many messages out there that are bombarding us all the time that are giving us permission to hate, to be angry, to, just grabbing and distracting with fear and the images and pictures. So to step away from all of that and to allow yourself to be in your divine presence, in your soul body, in your divine connection with your own being, as if you are in a sanctuary and the outer world doesn't exist, to be in pure connection with love and gratitude, health and vitality with your creation energy. That's a whole different ballgame than being in a place of fear and being shut down. Because when you're in fear of anything, and we're being triggered by a lot, subconscious fears, ancestral, many things are going on. So to be able to notice that and clear it. When you're in fear, you're in survival. When you're in survival, you're not creating. Creation comes from the bounty, the abundance, the deep connection, the divine connection. And, that's a tall order. How do we serve? How do we show up? How do you respond to situations in life? But also, how do you take care of yourself? Because there is always a balance. So this month, the energy of the ascended heart and the balance of the heart, as we are moving out of our physical and clearing up the first three chakras. And many of you, if you're in the self-ascension community, if you are have been in some of my classes, you know that we are lifting above, out of the density realm, out of the first three chakras, safety, sex, and power, into peace, love, joy. And if any of those first three chakras are still rocking and rolling, if there's ego or control or fear, or any of that, old stories, old pictures, it's really time to clear that. And that's what's happening on the planet, is the transformation and the cleansing. Because as we move through those first three and clear away all of that, then we move up into the heart chakra, which becomes the base, the root of the ascended chakra system. So this image behind me, right there, if you see that, if you're looking at that, this image here, the beautiful, this came through sound. I was experiencing sound, and this energy right here, that is the solar plexus. That is your power in the world. That's your power and your joy and your light. And when you're holding that and you're trusting your life and you're in peace and love and joy, then that fuels the heart and fuels the opening. And so the in the tantra they call it hridaya, the 12 pointed, the lotus of the heart that opens, and the energy that emanates from there rises up. And so, this energy here, the energy flowing, it's an incredible opening portal, but it's also the energy that rises up the in the in the shamanic tradition, what they call kuichi, the rainbow bridge. So we are multidimensional beings coming together and bringing all this information so that we can move beyond and align through our highest potential, our highest good. We are creating and birthing a new world. And so we have to let go of the old energies, the old energies. So we've had many clues around the world about this, many different teachings and temples that hold this energy. So, um, the heart, this image behind me, the heart, and to be able to hold divine presence and connect through the rainbow bridge, the center, the core of who you are, and the energies around that, like a beautiful chalice, so that you hold the energy of love, so that you're able to hold the energy of love. That is a powerful thing. So after I went home the other day from my session, I tuned into what was happening, and it stayed with me, the whole interaction and how we respond in the world and how we serve and how we love. And there are so many that are quickly leaving here. There are many who are experiencing body aches and pains, shift and change, huge transformation, migration, um, leaving relationships, opening to something new, moving. Many people are doing this. And because we are being impulsed by light, by our soul energy to transform and transmute the old. And so you might have dreams, you might remember uh, something that happened you had forgotten about. Know that as those things come up, if you have an emotional response, that's leaving your body. I work in a spa where they do cleansing, and many people are doing fasting and cleansing. They're releasing toxins from the body. But also what happens is that you're releasing toxins from the mind, from the emotional body, from every part of your being, and sometimes releasing memory and imprints from ancestors, from family lineage, from places that you've been, lifetimes. So this isn't just a simple one moment fix. Okay, we can do this and then we're good to go. This is now a moment to moment holding space so that you're able to be neutral. And currently in the self ascension teachings, the whole entire energy is around the sea of neutrality and being able to hold that space. Because when you are healing and when you can step in and hold your divine presence, the sea of neutrality, to really be in that neutrality, can you do that? Can you see and witness what's around you and trust that all is well? I mean, really trust. Can you encounter something, and does it spark your anger? Does it spark depression? Many people are that I've come across are doing amazing things, and yet they've had their challenges with continuing to move forward. And so it's fascinating to witness that there are those who they choose to go back into really old ways of coping. And coping is a strategy, right? And it it really is, let's stay in the old because that's comfortable. Let's just hold that place. It's comfortable, we'll cope. it's not creation, it's a stagnant energy, and so how do you move through all of it? How do you expand, instead of contract? When we're in fear, when you're in fear, you contract and you shut down. So over the last few years, think about this. The dominant message has been, it's not safe to breathe, and that if you connect and touch anyone else, if you get too close, then you will attract some deadly disease. So the energy of prana, light, breath, air, the energy of air, the very breath that you breathe, it is energy. And think about it. It looks like it. You don't see it. You're not conscious of breathing, but you are breathing all the time. When you have a conscious breath, it's completely different. You're bringing consciousness to it and a focus. But when you're breathing, it prana looks like many little spinning galaxies of energy. So think about when you breathe in all of that energy. You breathe, you receive into the whole entire respiratory system, into the heart. You breathe life in. If you are breathing in fear, you're registering that through your body. And as you breathe that in, it's interpreted through your lungs. The air that you breathe, it goes into your bloodstream, and you are literally circulating fear through your whole entire body. Now, sometimes it's subconscious, and there have been a lot of subconscious subliminal messages out there to keep you from your power, to keep you from connecting to the fact that you are a creative being, that you are a tremendous, tremendous being of light, that you came here to be a part of this evolutionary cycle, that you came here to hold your mastery, to hold your intelligence, to connect to what your star lineage is, what your energy is here to do. Everyone has their own mission, so to speak. You came here to bring your specific energy, your specific knowing knowledge from wherever you come in the cosmos. Now, that may seem very out there to many, and yet we are becoming more and more understanding that we are galactic beings, that we are cosmic beings, and that many people have memories of being in other lifetimes. There's records of it all over this planet, of that, of many higher teachers and beings who come from higher realms of light and higher vibrational fields, who have come here to give us clues and leave messages for us, so that when we moved into consciousness that was vibrating high enough, that we would unlock all of those codes and be able to navigate this time that we're in, that we very much have all the information within us, and it's within us. And so this image behind me, the portal of the divine cosmic presence, the lotus of divine presence, this is powerful, and this is the heart. So in the Sri Vidya Tantra teaching, the heart, Hridaya, it is the energy. It's an intersection, and other cultures talk about this too. It's an intersection, 108 nadis. It's a portal. Many years ago, I was at a tribal gathering, and there was a shaman there, Ransakunda, and he was from the Huichol tradition, and we did it was the first time that I was introduced into the idea that the heart is a portal. And I had always been journeying. I didn't know that I was traveling out beyond and traveling to different dimensions. I came to realize that I was doing that. I had known how to do that through many lifetimes. And that's part of the shamanic culture is to be able to travel through different realms. I was able to do that easily. And frankly, back then, I much preferred to do that than be in my body. So I had to learn how to be in my body and bring the messages back and travel safely, And so going through the heart portal and using the connecting to the heart and then opening it and using that as a gateway to move into other realms. I spent years working with guardians on the spirit realm who helped and taught me many things. And that's how traditionally many shamanic cultures teach, is through the realms of the infinite, through the quantum realms. Now we are talking about quantum, and it's part of our conversation. But back then, it was quietly held secret, and you had to prepare very much for that. I did it quite naturally and easily, and so to travel through the heart, and at that time I had to do a lot of healing in my body. So when I did some of those journeys, it took me quite a while to recover from that. I didn't have the energy body that was balanced enough. I was carrying way too much trauma to travel and to go into higher realms of light, and to learn about hitchhikers and how to protect my energy field so that I could easily travel and get information and learn and bring that back here, And so over much time, that's what this was about, was really holding the energy of being in the heart and traveling and being able to navigate through that. So in shamanic cultures, they go into the earth. Personally, I never really liked that. I did some journeying like that. I had some black bowl obsidian teaching uh, from a lineage that was all about the black jaguar, Otorongo, um, doing scrying with obsidian and many different things. And I was able to do that, but when I came back, I couldn't recover for weeks. It felt like so. I've had many different experiences of learning how to navigate energy, and your body is a gateway and portal for many many things. The heart. Sometimes we travel through the heart. Sometimes you travel through the third eye. Sometimes you go out of the crown. Some people know how to do this easily through trauma, disassociation. So they will be actually out of their body and not realize they're not in their body, and be standing on the side of their body or somewhere in the room, but not actually really connected. So this is happening more and more, that we see this, so that what's really important is to recognize why you are outside of your body, why you are not wanting to be fully connected. And sometimes that's clearing trauma. So when you bring yourself back into your center, the heart of the matter. So think about that, I've been contemplating that phrase for a few days. When you're in your body and your heart is a gateway. Many people talk about this. Many teachers over the years have given demonstrations about this. I remember being in Lake Tahoe with Tiburon and Rana Herman, and she was giving us messages from Archangel Michael about how we hold the energy in our heart, and that we're moving into a place where we're radiating energy from our heart. Heart Math Institute. I mean, many, many different cultures. So, how are we radiating energy out of our heart, and what are we radiating? So, is your heart shut down out of fear? Are you in love and service? Are you overdoing it? Are you rescuing and taking care of others and not taking care of you? All of this is coming up for us to observe and be with, so that we can really transform in this time. I mean, it's a powerful time. So there are chants, there are different mudras. There are practices to really be in your heart. There are meditation practices. On my website, marimendoza.com, I have a whole series of meditations from last year. I created a library of new moon meditations, and there's a meditation on there called the balanced heart. And so, that is a really good one. And the image, when you look at the image, it's all about the pure equilateral cross at the heart and the multidimensional aspect of that, the energy of Avesa, the infinite cross that is with that, and the energy that we radiate. So when we radiate out of the heart, what are we radiating? Are you radiating peace and trust, life, love, joy, connection? Are you standing back? Do you still have a lot of energy? Imagine that you step into the chamber of your heart. I work with many people where we move into the heart. And when you step in and you sit down in the center, imagine that you're sitting in the center of that image behind you, the lotus. As you move into that and you sit in the center of it, and it begins to spin around you, and the energy of it, noticing around you, are you carrying baggage? So as you carry baggage, that will color your experience of what's happening and what's coming forward in your heart. Remember, when you breathe in, you're breathing in prana. And what is the thought, the message, the energy? Thank you for breath. Thank you for air, precious air. Breathing in. Thank you in this moment where I can breathe in and receive. So much of this is about receiving. So as you're breathing in, it's necessary being on this planet in this physical body in this moment to receive, receiving oxygen, receiving love, breathe. As you breathe in, receive deep peace, receive nutrients, prana, air. As you breathe it in, holding that precious breath with love, with gratitude. Thank you. When you release your breaths, you send it out. What are you radiating out? Are you radiating divine love and peace? Are you radiating trust in your life? Are you open to experience the people around you? Are you seeing the beauty in the other one that is before you? Are you able to do that? Or notice that when you're in this space, notice if it makes you angry, if you're triggered. Notice if you have negative thoughts. Notice if you go into victim, if you go into an old story. Notice it. This is the time to clear and transform all of that. I want you to just for a moment, I'll just check the time here, just for a moment, because the heart is a powerful gateway. And the energy of our heart, if you are able to do this, if you're able to just in this moment experience this energy. So I want you to just bring your left hand over your heart and bring your right hand over that. And as you do that, take a breath in, and you might close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just breathe in. This is an Avesa breath. We connect to the divine through the Ave, breathing in. Ave. Sa. The Sa is a surrender. So it's really about stepping present. And imagine that and just notice, imagine that if you're noticing that you're not fully here, take another breath, Ave. Sa. As you step in, notice and step fully into your present as if you are stepping fully right now into this moment. Everything else falls away and you are connected to your body. You might have been a little bit off. You might have been standing behind yourself, literally. You might have been really not in your center. But to really notice that and then stay present. This happens out of habit. It happens because of trauma, that we're not fully in this space time right now. So becoming present and recognizing that this moment is all there is. So no past, no future, no memory, no expectation, only now. In the shamanic cultures, we have what's called the vara depoter, which are the staffs of power, and there are three. One is the past, the future, which is florecimiento, and the present now, right now. And when you can hold these energies and hold them in the middle path, balanced, without any memory, without any expectation, but in this now, this is where creation comes from. So as you're holding your heart, take a breath. And just for a moment, we call up the violet flame, the violet fire of Master Saint Germain itself and Archangel Zadkiel. We call this energy around us. Just allow yourself, because everything is transmuting, and we make sure that we transmute whatever is surfacing. So I've been using the violet flame for many, many, many years. Many of you out there are doing that as well. So as we call up this transformational, transmutational energy, notice the back of your heart. And this is a portal, a gateway. And it is meant to be columns of wisdom. It's meant to be, information for your path. But much of the time, and crystalline light, and beautiful libraries of experience. And yet we carry around and drag around with chains and blocks many old energies, old stuff, old traumas, everything. And so it builds up behind us. It's kind of like we're dragging this energy around. Now is the time. 2020, the Mayan elders said this moment was all about stepping through the veil, stepping through the portal, and releasing completely the past. So the last 2 years have been that, since 2020, a releasing and a cleansing. So imagine that tune into, pay attention, tune into what is in as the back, what is at the back of your heart, what are you still dragging around? Just take a breath and notice. And as we call up the law of forgiveness and the divine violet fire, the divine violet light, and all of the transmuting energies, all of the energy that you've brought here to this moment, I want you to just gather it up. And as you breathe, bring it into the center of your heart. And imagine that you then fling open the front door of your heart and release all of it. Take a breath, deep breath in. Breathe, gather it up. Bring it into the center of your heart. Send it out. Do that again. Deep breath. Gather, 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 gather all of it, all the dead weight. Open the door. Release it out. One more time. Deep breath. Release, release, release. Let go of everything. Let go of everything and see at the back of your heart, beautiful light, just beautiful. See this energy, the beautiful columns of wisdom that come from this place, the energy. Just breathe that in. Feel yourself releasing, releasing. As we release, in the Tantra, they work much with the body. And, I've worked over many years doing the energy of chanting and sound and breath through, balancing the energies as they're rising, managing the energy as it's rising to clear. I mean, there's so many different techniques out there now and that are available. But the energy to rise up into the heart and then open out of the crown to connect into the infinite. We connect through the heart of the matter, the mother earth, the Pachamama, the cosmic mama, the mater. That's a Latin term. So there's many layers to all of this as we connect to the crystalline light, not that which is transmuting and transforming and opening up, but the ascension of the earth as well, because she is evolving as well. And so the crystalline light, the heart of the mater, the beautiful energy of the Pachamama, as we breathe, open from there, open and connect into that crystalline light, the beautiful, beautiful heart of the Pachamama. Breathe into that. Imagine as that light is pulsing from the crystalline ascended heart of the earth. Breathe that up and imagine it coming up to the surface and blossoming like beautiful lotuses, crystalline lotuses under your feet and your spine. Breathe that up. Connect the heart of the earth with your heart, your cosmic heart, your heart that's opening. Breathe. Feel Hridaya, the heart opening like a beautiful lotus, and a pulse of light rising up, just like this image rising up and connecting. Breathe up. Imagine that you're sending an antenna up, 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 up to connect into the infinite, into the great cosmic heart. As we do this, we align. We align on so many levels. It's a powerful, powerful time, really powerful time. And as we are aware that our physical bodies are emerging and changing and shifting, that we very much need to be present in our moment right now, navigating the physical realm, holding the space of the heart, noticing when you really need to rest, noticing when you need your own self-care, your own moment to clear. Lots and lots of baths, energy bath, lots of balancing and clearing. There's many different ways to do this, to allow yourself to let go of the old stories. This is very important. As many people are, let's say, many people are very addicted to the old story. Yes, we have history, but does it define you? And can you move beyond that into something new? Can you allow yourself to birth in this moment into something much better, much grander, much more evolved? If you're telling the same stories over and over, there's a point where a story is a teaching, and then there's another point where it's just reiterating the same old, and it's a safe spot, sometimes to identify with a wound, a trauma. It's a safe place where I'm going to stay here because I've managed to get through this, rather than transform. Wow, the jewels and the things that I brought forward from that teaching, that learning, that terrible incident, whatever happened, trauma, shocking event. Look what happened in the last few years, and how people responded. So can you respond, or do you shut down? Are you able to be in your heart and radiate light and joy and service? When you experience something traumatic, can you breathe and hold that space and then let it go, and be able to hold your self present without judging it, without seeing, without experiencing, um, some kind of energy that would lock you in. Pay attention, because this is a transformational time, and it's a very beautiful, beautiful evolutionary cycle that we're in. And yes, the energy is very intense. So taking care of yourself. The multidimensional heart, the multidimensional energy of the portal of the heart, the multidimensional energy of the medicine wheel, the chakana that I talked about last time, the energy that we experience here on the earth, the energy that we are experiencing as we navigate this time, the clearing. And this is an incredible time for transformation. And so remembering that what you focus on is energized and what you focus on magnifies. And it is magnified more than you actually know. We're in the law of instantaneous manifestation when you can hold this energy and, like, literally, you think a thought and it shows up in your world. That's where we are now. So what is it that you want to create? And are you here to be of divine service? Are you here to bake really yummy bread or paint beautiful paintings? Are you here to work in a bank and have high consciousness to help transform? All the old systems are transforming now. And the heart is the key, because the heart is, there's many studies around this. I went to a yoga festival, and there was a teacher there that was talking about his guru could hold his heart space open for 29 miles. Think about the energy of that and how you would do that. That thought boggled my mind for a while. I thought, how is that even possible? And yet each person that's conscious and presence will step forward and be able to hold more and more people as we all hold and connect into that energy of transformation and creation. We are in this active energy that's coming in from the cosmos as we align our heart, as we hold our beautiful self in divine love and service. I mean, this painting behind me, those beautiful energies that are rising up like a chalice. In India, they had temples that were carved out of they were caves, and these beautiful Buddha temples were carved out, and they had the same kind of energy coming up, and the Buddha was at the back. And each one of those temples is, as I stepped in, each one of them was a portal. We're opening up to our multidimensional self, and the ancients knew about this. And so the heart is a portal, and yet we're here in this physical connection, and many say it's an illusion, but we're in these physical bodies, and the heart is a portal. And so what is at the heart of the matter? The material, your physical heart, the matter, the mother, the Pachamama, the Devi, the divine mother, Lakshmi, the beautiful energy of this, all of this coming together now. It's really a powerful time. So the Devi and the energy of sound and grace that pours through. I would like to offer this chanting. It is the Lakshmi. It comes from that tradition, the Thousand Suns with Raja Chaudhry. And it is a beautiful, beautiful energy that is the Lakshmi bringing the grace into the heart. And so I offer this because the energy of the heart, to be able to hold love and to receive and to radiate love, is what this is all about. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Breathe in. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim Kamale Kamlale Prasida Prasida Shrim Hrim Shrim Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. Open your heart, open to receive the grace, open to receive the beauty and bounty from the divine. Om Shrim Hrim Shrim. Kamale Kamlale. Prasida Prasida. Shrim Hrim Shrim Om. Mahalakshmi Namaha. Breathe in. Open and allow the great divine cosmic heart to flow through you. Open the crown, open your heart to receive. Receive under the shower of lotus petals that flow in. Allow this to flow through your heart. Bring it into the rest of your body. Bless your physical being, the part of you that navigates this world. Breathe, expand, expand love. In this moment, allow your heart as you hold this energy. We don't push our agenda or what we think is right on anyone else. But if you can receive the light of the Lakshmi, the divine, whatever that is for you, as you receive it into your heart, breathing in divine love, peace, harmony, and then sending it out across the earth. Breathe it and allow it to radiate out across the earth so that all sentient beings may receive light, love. The Om Mani Padme Om. That is, may all sentient beings receive all that they need. May there be an end to suffering and an end to the causes of suffering. So we hold this light for each other. Breathe. May we evolve and release the need now. May we take a vision, hold a vision, and hold in quantum dreaming, quantum vision, the new earth, the 1,000 years of harmony and balance, the golden age, the energy that we're shifting into. Can we hold that perspective of the balanced, beautiful heart? Can you radiate your heart energy out? Can you honor the earth, the Pachamama? The Pachamama means the earth mother, but she's a cosmic being as well. So all of these pieces weaving together, weaving and weaving up through the rainbow bridge. As we connect to the divine, we are being fed continually, balancing until we move into that void of creation, the energy that creates worlds. Until we step into that and we let go of all polarities, we let go of right and wrong, day, night, all of it, masculine, feminine. We become one heart, one beating heart. As we become connected to our planet and honor and become conscious stewards of the energy of the earth, the trees, the air, the water. As we move into this energy of transformation and technology, how will we bring these two together and create from a place of pure consciousness, lifting in the highest good for all, in the highest consciousness and highest potential? Can you align there in love, divine service, and gratitude? Thank you so much for joining me today. There are other energies coming in, and there's many discussions. Go to my website, marimendoza.com. If you're intrigued, there's meditations there. Just join this circle of conscious beings that is gathering around the earth, the elders, the tribes, all coming into one tribe. I honor your light. It is finished in beauty. Beauty before us, beauty behind, beauty to the left, beauty to the right, beauty above, beauty below, beauty all around. I honor the light within. Namaste, and so it is.